man took the opportunity to gently touch the woman's hand while painting. He gently stroked the mistress's hand. At this moment her husband was nearby, but he didn't notice a thing. Little did he know, his wife had already been cheating on him. Hearing the artist praise his wife, the man couldn't help but smile as he gently caressed his wife's face. But what he didn't know was that, in Sophia's eyes at this moment, there was only Chris, who was gazing at her with tenderness. Soon after, Sophia stood up and left her seat. As she left, she casually brushed against the artist's hand. The artist continued to paint her husband. She stepped out to stretch for a while. She first looked at her portrait, then she returned to sit beside her husband. At this time, Chris was still focused on his painting. Meanwhile, the tulips beside them were slowly wilting. This scene happened to catch Sophia's eye. An unsettling feeling suddenly arose in her heart. At that time, tulips had just been introduced to Holland and were very expensive. Their family was the biggest pepper merchant in Amsterdam. They also grew many tulips at home. Sophia always believed that tulips brought her good luck. The next day, Corny told her he would be out for work in the evening. She acted as if she would miss him terribly. After her husband left, she put on the maid's cloak and hurriedly ran to meet Chris. She didn't expect to be seen by Maria's boyfriend at this moment. William mistook her for the maid. Maria, he shouted Maria's name, but she didn't respond. So he quietly followed Sophia and saw her enter another man's house with his own eyes. He saw their intimate gestures. It was clear that this wasn't their first meeting. William couldn't accept that his girlfriend had betrayed him. In his anger, he decided to leave this place by sea and never wanted to see the woman who betrayed him again. After spending quite some time with Chris, she quickly left there because she knew her husband would definitely return today. The next day, she saw Maria, who was busy with work. She accidentally overheard that Maria's boyfriend had left, and she found out that Maria was pregnant. Maria was afraid that this would get her kicked out by Sophia's husband, so she told Sophia about her pregnancy. However, she wasn't worried that Sophia would expose her. She already knew about the affair between Sophia and Chris. If she was really fired, she would reveal Sophia's secret to everyone. Sophia had no choice but to keep this secret for now. She didn't want to lose her current happy life. That night, she was awakened by a nightmare. She walked out of the room. She saw her husband sitting outside, still awake. At this moment, her husband was thinking about his late wife and 2 children. Seeing her husband lost in thought, Sophia suddenly had an idea in her mind. She told her husband that she was pregnant, but hadn't had the chance to tell him earlier. Her husband was overjoyed and immediately celebrated with her. The next morning, Corny was still very happy, even though Maria accidentally broke an expensive vase. He didn't get angry. Instead, he comforted Maria until he heard the sound of a door closing downstairs. This was when Sophia finally told Maria her plan. She planned to pretend that she was pregnant, and once Maria's baby was born, she would say it was hers. This way, Maria wouldn't be fired, and her husband would have his heir, and she would have fulfilled her duty as a wife. Under Sophia's persuasion, Maria agreed to cooperate with Sophia's plan.